Hello, my name is Morgan Dutrow, and my partner Angela Taylor and I will be demonstrating to you today how to avoid being attacked by a shark. But to start out, you should probably know some facts about sharks and their attacks. Each year, around 100 shark attacks are reported. However, since not all shark attacks are reported, there are really over 100 shark attacks each year. More of these shark attacks are reported in the United States than in any other country. This means that as a resident of the United States, you should be especially aware of how to avoid a shark attack. 30 different species of sharks have been reported to ever attack a human. Of those 30 species, 12 are considered particularly dangerous. It is important to know about the dangers of shark attacks because shark attacks have been on the rise recently due to the increase in the world's population and the increased use of the oceans for recreational purposes. There are two different types of shark attacks, provoked and unprovoked. A provoked attack occurs when a human touches a shark. An unprovoked attack occurs when a shark makes the first contact. There are three different types of unprovoked attacks. The first is a hit-and-run attack, in which the shark mistakes the human for a fish, makes one grab, and then lets go. The second type is a sneak attack, which could take place in deeper water. The victim doesn't see the shark coming. These types of attacks usually result in serious injury or death. The last type of unprovoked attack is a bump-and-bite attack. This is when the shark circles around the victim and actually bumps him or her with its head before attacking. This type of attack usually results in serious injury or death. The first step to avoiding a shark attack is to be aware of the facts. The first step is awareness. Awareness is an important part of avoiding being attacked by a shark. The best way to become aware is to research. However, Ange and I have done that step for you. The first thing you should know is which sharks are most likely to attack. The types of sharks that are most likely to attack a person unprovoked are white sharks, bull sharks, and tiger sharks. You should know what these sharks look like and avoid them at all costs. Also, sharks are known to come and try to feed at dawn, dusk, and night. To be safe, you should avoid swimming during these times. It is important to remember that sharks are attracted to the smell of blood. They are also attracted to shiny objects because they resemble fish scales when they reflect the light. Finally, you should know that sharks are more likely to attack an individual than a group. This is because an individual person is less threatening and more vulnerable than a group. Once you are aware of the facts, there are many methods for avoiding a shark attack. The easiest way to avoid getting attacked by a shark is to stay far away from sharks. See? A shark. Oh no! And I'm far away from it. There are several ways to do this. You should avoid swimming in areas where sharks are known to be. Do some research to find out if any sharks have been spotted in the area before you ever enter the water. Even if you find out that sharks haven't been seen in the area lately, you should still avoid going out to areas like sandbars or places with steep drop-offs. These are common places where sharks like to hang out, so to avoid being attacked by a shark, you should definitely avoid these areas. Another easy way to avoid a shark attack is to just not go in the ocean at all. Stay on the beach and make a sandcastle, or better yet, buy a membership to your local public pool. This provides a safe, shark-free swimming environment. If you do want to go in the water, there are steps you can take to protect yourself before entering. The third step takes place before you ever enter the water. You first want to remove all shiny objects like earrings or jewelry or hairpins. You'll want to do this because they reflect light like fish scales, and sharks will think you're a fish. It's bad if you resemble a fish because the shark is more likely to attack you. The next thing you'll want to do is to check for any and all wounds on your person. Sharks have a keen sense of smell and are attracted to blood. Therefore, if you have any wounds on your person, a shark will be more likely to attack you. So you'll want to make sure to cover any wounds that you may have with a band-aid, or wait until your wounds heal. Now that you have taken all possible precautions, you're going to want to know what you're supposed to do once you enter the water. There are many things you can do once you are in the water to avoid being attacked by a shark. The most important thing you can do is to stay out of murky areas or areas with poor visibility. There are many things you must do once you are in the water to avoid being attacked by a shark. The most important thing you can do is to stay out of areas that are murky or of poor visibility.
This is clear water.
Avoid murky water. Sharks have the competitive edge in these areas. They can see contrast especially well, which means that a shark will be able to see you to attack you, even if the water is too cloudy for you to see a shark coming. You always want to be able to see what's around you while you're in the water. Some other places to avoid are sandbars or steep drop-offs. These places are favorite hiding places of sharks, so it's best to avoid them altogether. Finally, you should avoid harbor entrances or areas where rivers run into the ocean, especially after heavy rainfall. These areas naturally smell like fish, and a rainfall will pull the scent out into the ocean. If you swim in these areas, you will smell like fish. This makes a shark more likely to attack you. A good way to determine where you should or should not swim is to watch for seabird activity.
Seabirds are attracted to a lot of the same foods as sharks are, so if you see a lot of seabirds in the area, especially ones showing an interest in the surface of the water, you should avoid the area.
Our fifth step involves what happens if you happen upon a shark. Hey there. It is important to remain calm if you happen upon a shark. You should get out of the water as soon as possible. The best way to do this is to swim back to the shore as smoothly and calmly as possible with minimal water movement.
Swim smoothly and calmly back to shore, and the shark will most likely just swim away.
The smoother you swim, the less likely the shark is to attack you. If there is a boat nearby, you should signal it. People on board might be able to help you to escape.
This is Charlie. Charlie's about to demonstrate how to signal a passing boat if you're being attacked by a shark. Roar! Help! Help me, boat! I'm being attacked by a shark! Now Sailor Jim and Charlie are both safe.
You should always keep an eye on the shark and be aware of its movements. An important part of getting away from a shark is to not make any violent or splashy movements. This might cause the shark to think you're a seal and will increase the chances that the shark will attack you.
Don't make violent, splashy movements. This will cause the shark to be more likely to attack you.
A final step you can take is to group together with other people. If there are several people around when a shark approaches, you should all group together. This will make you seem less attractive as prey. The bigger you seem, the less likely the shark will be to attack you. If you group together with other people, the shark will probably just swim away. Hopefully these steps will prevent you from being attacked by a shark.
If, however, you are attacked by a shark, there are several things you need to remember. There are several things you must remember in order to have the best chance of getting away from an attacking shark. It is extremely important to be very aggressive. You should hit the shark as much as possible with as much force as you can. The best place to hit a shark is in the face or eyes. If you're aggressive enough, there's a good chance that the shark will just swim away. Be very aggressive when attacking the shark, and hopefully he'll swim away without hurting you. Remember that a shark is designed to move in water, but you're not. This means that fighting the shark is probably a much better option than trying to run away. If you are unable to fight the shark off, your next option is to get the attention of someone nearby. Wave your arms and scream loudly. Hopefully, someone will be able to see you and come to your aid. If there's anyone nearby, try to get their attention. They can help you get away from the shark. Ah! Help! The shark! Help! That person needs help! Help! Thank you. Another option you have is to hit the shark with as much force as possible with any object you can find nearby. If you have a pole, oar, or other object, hit the shark as hard as you can. Again, aim for the face or eyes.
You're going to want to beat the shark with any objects that are handy.
If all else fails, you should focus all your efforts on defense. Try to make it as hard as possible for the shark to bite you. The best way to do this is to remain vertical in the water. Because of the way a shark's teeth are positioned, it will be much more difficult for the shark to bite you if you are vertical than if you are horizontal.
Remain vertical. This will make it harder for the sharks to bite you. Oh, geez, ow, ow! Now you know how to avoid a shark attack. Let's review those steps with them. The 6 steps to avoiding a shark attack are: Step 1, be aware.
Know which types of sharks are most often responsible for attacks, areas where sharks are most likely to be, and be aware of ways to make yourself less attractive to a shark. Step 2, stay away from sharks by avoiding areas they're known to be in. Know where sharks most often hang out and avoid these areas, or just stay out of the ocean altogether.
Step 3, take precautions before you enter the water.
Make sure to remove any shiny objects, check for wounds, and find out if any sharks are known to be present in the area. Step 4, know what is and is not safe while you're in the water. Avoid areas with poor visibility, sandbars, steep drop-offs, harbor entrances, or the mouths of rivers. Watch for seabird activity as an indicator of safety.
Step 5, know what to do if you happen to run into a shark.
Try to get out of the water as soon as possible. Swim smoothly and don't make any splashy movements. Try to group together with other people to make yourself seem more intimidating. Step 6, if you are attacked by a shark, be aggressive and get away as soon as possible. Fight aggressively and try to get the attention of anyone nearby. Beat the shark with any objects you can find, and try to remain vertical in the water at all times. Hopefully now you're much more informed about how to avoid a shark attack and what to do if you can't.
We've never been attacked by a shark before, and after this speech, we hope that you never are either.